A new episode of DISHIN Days coming up next.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and lady.
Thank you.
This is Matthew Evan Paine with my lovely co-host,
Mark J. Freeman in the house.
and we are here to talk about an all-new week's worth of NBC's hit soap opera Days of Our Lives.
Days of Our Lives. Oh, you said Days of Our Lives.
Days of Our Lives. She's not even paying
I'm
attention.
working on the polls. That's why. We got to have good polls. For
She's
later.
always working on the
did I
polls.
send it?
I was gonna say
Did
she's
it-
always.
Oh,
working
I
on the
think I
polls,
sent it
isn't
on
she?
accident.
And we have the sultry, the sexy Miss Alexis in the
Oh,
booth.
I'm sorry.
Hi, Alexis.
Hi, I'm just all kinds of phlegmy and gross in here. Yay!
Oh, yes, you did send it. I just got the alert.
Oops.
Oops. We'll
I'm
get-
still working on this, okay? This is a new idea,
What's
so.
this social media thing that we do?
Yeah.
The internet.
That's what I get for trying to act like a 20-year-old.
Listen to the beautiful instrumentals.
Oh, snap.
Sorry.
You go, girl! I need to work on that.
I
figure it
swear,
out.
I feel like
You
one day you're going to be like,
know.
all right, I finally did
So we're
it.
gonna do that. I know Tony Moore is watching because he always watches and because he gives us notes when we get home. But I want to one day, Alexis, like
Yes.
swap out the snap with
I have a
you
space.
go, girl!
I have a space reserved for just that sound. It's like right next to. The
We'll have to
snap
find like a
somewhere.
day when he's not expecting it. When now that he knows because I've just
Right.
told him. But
I
whatever.
actually think that he
whatever.
would like it.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
he'd get a kick
Deep
out of
down.
it.
He would
Yeah.
hate it and love
Deep
it
down.
at the same time.
He'd say he didn't like it, but I think he'd be smirking when
I
I
was
said
thinking,
that.
I was like, I should start doing a You Go Girl award.
Yeah.
But then I'm doing like 3 things now, plus my polls.
Yeah, too much.
I can't do it. Oh, my chair's falling.
And
cut it back to Matt.
between all of that and your meetings in the writer's room
Right, I know. Just never ending.
and sitting in your car outside of Billy Flint's house, she is a busy girl.
Technicalities.
If you are watching live, make sure to join us in the chat and to comment on iTunes and give us a 5-star rating for your chance to become Mark's
Fan of the week.
Fan of the week.
Yeah.
Also follow us on
Easy
Instagram
peasy.
and Facebook at DISHIN Days and on Twitter at _DISHIN Days.
Underscore.
You writing that down?
I'm writing that down. Days. Done. I will follow it when I get done.
He actually wrote it down. What did you think
can
of
read my
this
chicken
week?
scratch. Well, I'm going to be honest. Thursday, we had a little preempt from Drumpf.
You didn't.
Didn't go back. Wasn't really that concerned about it. I figured Matthew's going to do his homework and he's going to go watch the whole thing.
You know I did.
And then I can just rely on him. That was literally my thought process.
I watched Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays episodes casually.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't really take any notes.
I did take notes. I didn't take notes on Thursday because it was only like a half hour and like whatever. But I do have notes.
But
so.
I got the text message saying, "Do you want to lead host?" After I watched 3 episodes already, and I thought, shoot. So I actually went back. Because I
see.
was like, oh,
Yeah.
I'll pick it up when we get into the into studio.
Oh, I don't have that on camera.
That's all right.
It's not supposed to be seen,
It's
Alexis.
just a soda. It's not a.
I didn't see anything.
Okay, good. Good. Because they are not a sponsor.
I thought the week had highs and lows.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it had more lows than highs.
Mm-hmm.
Something that always interests me is when a storyline comes to an end.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Greg Vaughn. I mean, that's what
Maybe.
I was expecting.
When a storyline comes to an end and it's just over. They just decide it's going to be
Yeah.
over, and I feel
Well,
like...
And did we talk about, I don't know if, I might lose track because I have so many conversations in my head. Did we have a conversation about A. Martinez?
Yes, I think...
On
you-
air?
I don't remember. We can have it right now.
Did you guys, can you let me know in the chat room if we...
You thought he wasn't out.
I
out.
didn't know he was out.
He's done.
Well, you know what I did? Actually, I did talk about it on Liaison Radio, which I did on Wednesday.
How was that, by
It
the
was
way?
a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. We just kind of just chit-chat and girl talk. And we just girl talked Billy Flynn.
Which is weird because you don't really talk much about him.
I don't. They really like it was that I think that's why it was such a good interview. They got me to open up
Yeah.
about my
Who's Billy
feelings.
Flynn?
I know. It's some dark hair.
He plays this guy named Chad on Days of Our Lives.
Oh.
He's
I thought you loathed him.
Dashing. He's dashing. No, that's Tony.
That's Tony? Oh.
Yeah.
I always mix that up.
And by the way, if you missed last week's episode of Dishin Days, we had Billy Flynn on, and it was one of my favorite hours here
He
at AfterBuzz
smells like
TV.
lavender.
He
smells
always
like-
does, doesn't he?
yeah, he smells
And
wonderful.
if you have to look at the Instagram and picture I tweeted because I forgot on air to give him his Easter basket. I went and got him an Easter basket.
It
so
was totes cute.
it was,
It was
very,
cute, and he was so happy.
He was. And Gina messaged later, if you look at the conversation on Instagram, and I was like, he better be sharing with you. And she's like, I may have taken a little bit of the
I
candy.
may have taken a little bit. Hashtag stay away from my husband.
Yeah, exactly. And then today when we got here, you were like, can we talk about Billy? Da, da, da. And I was like, girl, you're talking like, I don't know this already. This isn't new information
Yeah.
for me.
I feel like I'm just finding out about him though. Like I
Yeah.
feel like I posted on Instagram and Twitter about meeting him and it being. I mean, I met him briefly last year.
Right.
It was a 2-minute conversation.
Uh-huh.
But I've heard you obviously for the past 14 months chatting about him. He's wonderful.
He is wonderful.
Yeah.
Of course he is.
Yeah.
I don't like unwonderful people.
No.
But what we talked about on Liaison Radio was that I didn't know that A. Martinez was done. I somehow, in my Twitter feed and all the other nonsense that goes on in my Twitter world, I missed that he is done. I thought like they were going to put him in jail for a little vacation
Right.
and he's coming back. No, it's
No.
done.
The tweet seemed pretty final that he's out, and there was a.
I mean, maybe
blurb.
the new writer will bring him back. Rob? What was this, the new guy's
Ron.
name? Ron. Yeah. So I don't know, maybe.
I hope so. That was another thing. Like the moment that he's being hauled off to jail is the moment that Kate and Eddie decide that they're going to say "I love you," after months
Yeah.
and months of.
Well, and then it was funny because then looking back, I was like, oh, well, now this makes sense. Like, of course she loves him. Of course he gave her gifts because it's done.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I just wonder if on a Monday in the writers' room they're like, okay, we've got to wrap up the Kate and Eddie storyline.
Right.
We've got to end it by Friday. Like I just wonder how quickly.
Yeah.
They know, because this week, and we'll get into it here in a moment, but with the Scooter and Hillary storyline, they just kind of
Ron
ended it.
Carlivati
Yeah.
is the new writer. Thank you, Carolyn. Sorry, I'm drinking a soda pop, so I've got little bubbles coming up.
So classy.
I know, I'm a lady like that. One thing we also didn't talk about this. Sorry, we will get to this week's Days of Our Lives. Don't you worry. Was when we were talking with Miss Marcy Miller,
Love.
the other Mrs. DeMera. We did find out one tinge of information about the writers' room that I didn't know before. So there's the head writers who create the storyline, and then there's dialogue writers. So there's people that are putting together the actual storyline, and then they go, here's what we want to happen,
Yeah.
and then they give it to somebody else, and they write the dialogue. So one of the pieces of the puzzle has now been placed on the AfterBuzz table, and we are ready to complete that puzzle.
You should have heard the noise you made when you heard the term dialogue writers.
Yeah.
It
Did I
was
squeal?
It was a gasp slash.
I tend to squeal.
It was. Dialogue writers. She was like, "I'm sorry, only dogs could hear
I
that."
was gonna say, jeez.
Yeah.
true.
So that was helpful information. That was
Yes.
helpful information.
I am not paying attention to the chat today, so you'll have to keep
I
me.
am
in the loop.
watching. It's mostly
Okay.
Alexis just writing messages to herself.
Sorry. They're asking me questions.
And we will be taking calls when we finish up with
Yeah,
the
well,
segments portion
yeah.
of the show. So get those dialing fingers
Pinky
ready.
finger up, Mark. I don't know what that means.
I just looked up and the screen said time to wrap. I was like, and that's been another week's worth of Dishin Days.
Yes, there
Yeah,
is
bye,
a
guys.
link. Yes, there is a link to my appearance on Liaison Radio, and by appearance, I mean voice.
Audio only.
Yeah, as far as I mean, unless they had a camera in my living room and I didn't know it.
Daquan said not enough Greg Vaughn last week.
Amen.
Yeah.
But, and again, we'll get to that at some point in the show. The scene that he had, one of his few scenes this week, I loved.
Of course.
Yeah. But I really
I
genuinely.
mean, he
well,
could have
no,
been like projectile vomiting, and you'd be like, he's so cute.
no, but sometimes Eric bores me to tears. I love Greg, but I wish they'd spice it up with Eric. And will you flash that phone number for me one more time so I can?
So yeah, there is a link for the Liaison Radio. I think I retweeted. Christy, if you're watching, you probably are listening.
Yep.
She will or follow Liaison Radio or Christy on Twitter, and you can find that link, and you can see past interviews. They interviewed James Lott Jr. I think the week before.
Oh, fun.
So you can go back and listen to all those and hear our nonsense.
We can retweet it too on the
Yeah,
Dishin
absolutely.
Days
I think
Twitter.
I did. Well, I think I retweeted it when she put it out there.
Okay.
I'm most positive I did. And I think it was the original link that linked you to the live version of it. You can still go back and it'll take you to the interview anyway.
As long
Even
as you
if-
enjoyed yourself, Mark. That's
Yeah,
all I
no,
care
it was fun.
about.
It was fun.
And the number to the chat room is 424-253-0749. We will be taking calls, like I said, when we wrap up the segments portion of the show.
Yeah,
Yeah. Is it time?
I think it's time.
Should we do it?
I think we should do it.
I think I'm going to let you do it
It's time to
to
start.
start.
Dishin Days. And we're gonna flip it and forget it.
Forget
Wait,
it.
I need to see.
What do you need to see, Billy's?
Oh, it's there.
Billy Flynn. Signature.
That's what you're doing, isn't it?
Yeah, I need to be able to read that. It's like he's talking to me.
So Matt, what happened?
I don't even know. The first storyline we will talk about, surprisingly, because they don't really have much airtime, are Chad, played by Billy Flynn, Abigail,
Marcy Miller,
Gabby,
Camila
and
Banis,
thank you, Dario
Jordi.
Villasuso,
That's it.
Villasuso,
Villasuso,
and Miss Kate Roberts.
Lauren Caso.
Yeah.
You're welcome. All by memory.
So the week started off.
Okay, hold
With
on.
the vows.
Oh yeah, well, Monday was the big scene that Billy was all excited about seeing too. Hold on, let me go to my notes because I have notes from Monday and stuff, so I can kind of refer back to them. Monday, Hillary brings muffins. It has nothing to do with the storyline.
I wouldn't eat anything she brought me. She's almost as creepy as Scooter. And we'll get to that in that storyline.
Yeah.
She's almost as creepy as Scooter, but in a completely different way.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned, like if you walked into your apartment and I was sitting there, and that's different because we know each other.
Right.
Like I think it would be a little less weird, even though
Yeah.
you'd probably be like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah. I mean, I'd still be like, girl, what's going on? Why don't I have... Oh, well, I guess this does have to do with the Chad and Abby. I don't have a lot of actual notes about Chad. Well, it was their scene with that she basically explained why she wants to leave, that she feels like he should give Gabby a chance. Right. She explained to him that she found the yearbook and read the stuff,
But that was in high school.
And she understood the ear tugging and that you only picked me because you knew
that
could
she would
catch the vial,
That's right.
and blah blah blah. It's a little kooky, whatever. But
and I can tell that they know it.
yeah,
The actors.
yeah,
Yeah.
And it seems like the only person in Salem that wants Gabby with Chad is Kate, because Sonny even said to Chad they need to be together. Jen is fighting for Abby and Chad. Andre is fighting for Abby and Chad. Eric told her, basically to stay with Chad. Like everybody, and then there's Kate walking around town trying to force Chad with Gabby and Abby with Dario, and she even went to the mansion at the end of this week to talk to Chad and happened to slip up that Abby had moved on. And he's like, what do you mean moved on? What do you mean moved on? And she, well, it looked to me like she had moved on.
Troublemaker. She's a pot stirrer.
She is a pot stirrer. So, I mean, that was basically the week. And then it ended with Chad clearing the square. I think that was just to get Tony off set. Like, I think it was like, can we clear the town square? I don't want Tony in this scene.
That's a wrap on background.
Background, that's a wrap. You're done. Tony, you're not here to defend yourself. Sorry. That he cleared the square and has like a little dinner and stuff for her. And then that's kind of how it ended. So it's still kind of up in the air. She's looking for new work. She's looking for a new apartment. She gave back the rings.
I wonder if she'll move into the same building that Joey and the
I mean, they might as well.
Yeah,
Everybody
because
else
Chip's
is living in that
and
apartment.
he'll be living across the
Hall.
hall.
Right.
Just like Ben and Eric lived in the same
Yep.
building. And remember when Deimos came to town?
Oh,
that was
yeah.
supposed to be.
Yeah.
I see. I could deal with seeing that set again. Do you remember the flashing green and red lights?
The lights. Oh, the lights. Days of our lives.
Brian, my friend Brian, wanted to know if Ben's apartment was in Amsterdam.
It's true. It would make it appropriate.
Why is Kate so heavily invested?
I mean, I don't know, because I mean, there are definitely Chabby with an I fans out there, and they're very hardcore. And when we did our poll was that last week?
Oh yeah, you've got results to.
Yeah, and I need to find them, but because we did a poll on our Dishin Days. Let me see if I can find it from last week regarding the Chabby. Oh, here we go. Okay, are you team Chabby with a Y or Chabby with an I? Chabby with a Y won 67-33. And I got I noticed a lot of messages from the Chabby, the people that like Gabby with Chad, saying that why bother voting?
Yeah,
the Abby people are gonna win. Blah blah blah. It's like, well, I mean,
but I feel like the Gabby fans are really fierce. Like they're really.
they're ferocious. Yeah,
that's the word.
But here's the thing too, is like the more I'm seeing Gabby with Eli, I'm now more involved in that storyline and watching her push Julie's buttons than I am with her getting involved with Chad and Abby. Like it just, I would rather them like kind of get back together and maybe Dario does something to try to get Abby. You know what I mean?
Those
Like,
scenes are fun to watch too, Dario and Abby.
Yeah. And I also have to say, and I should have written it down because it was absolutely hysterical, was the scene with Kate and Andre in the town square when, and it was another one of the, well, it was cute. I mean, I liked it, but it was that moment, it was a total soap opera moment. We're going to get mad. I'm going to throw my wine. Then they come back from commercial and they're like, girl, you threw your drink on.
And that was something I think that you said a couple months ago that you hate when they do
Yeah,
that.
I hate when they do that. They did that with Abby and Gabby.
Yeah.
She came in, she's like, "Ah, ah, ah," and they came and go, oh, I was just kidding, girl. That was because we were going to commercial and I had to get them to come back. Yeah, it's just frustrating. But it was a cute scene. And when Andre described Gabby, I almost peed myself. That was hysterical.
What did he say?
He was like talking about like, well, she did this and she killed this guy and she had a gay father of her child. Like he kind of just rattled through the lists and it was quite funny.
Yeah, everyone's so focused on everyone else's wrongdoings.
Yeah.
And so I asked why Kate was so heavily invested with wanting Chad to be with Gabby, but at the same time, you said that Andre is a proponent of Chad and Abigail.
Yes.
But don't you think that that's for selfish reasons also? I feel like Andre always has an ulterior motive.
Right.
So I feel like he wants it because of other reasons, not because he genuinely wants to see Chad and Abigail happy.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, regardless, my point was just that Kate's really the only one that's
anti.
Well,
Or
other than Dario and Gabby themselves, because
Right.
they obviously encourage each other, because it's a win-win for both of them. Kate is heartbroken from Eduardo, and also she thinks of Chad as a son, so she wants him to be happy. Kate thinks Gabby is good for the company. Well, I don't know.
And Kate doesn't like the Hortons.
Right.
And speaking of Hortons, I would love to see Laura Horton back.
I know. Well, I would like to see Jack back. And so since we got the results of last week's, the new, here, let me pull up the new one. I've already tweeted one for later, so I apologize in advance. I'm a little out of order here. So my
great.
new tweet, my new poll, which will be on the Dishin Days page, _Dishin Days, if you want to vote. What do you think of Kate's involvement with #Chabby with an I and #Chabby with a Y? You love it or you hate it? So I'm going to tweet that out right now, and you guys can vote, and we'll give you the results next week.
Yeah.
Next story?
Perfect. Yeah, the next story would be the Nicole, Brady, Scooter and Hillary storyline.
Yeah.
And because I have the worst short-term memory. Did I say to you on air or off, because it was either right before the show or right when we started, that Hillary is just as creepy as Scooter, but in a completely different way? Was that on or off air?
That's a good question. I don't know if we were rolling.
I don't either.
There's rum in my soda.
But you mentioned Hillary came by with muffins.
She came. I wrote Hillary brings
it was on
muffin,
air.
and Nicole tells her to do something nice for her husband instead. Oh yeah. Which actually, I actually was kind of like touche to that, because she brought over muffins and she was all upset, and then Nicole was like, "Well, why don't you just do something nice for him instead of complaining about him? Just do something nice for him." And I was like, "Well, isn't that genius?"
Hillary was like, he started going back to the gym, and Nicole was like, well, that's not so strange. And Hillary was like, once you came to town.
Yeah.
Dun dun.
Yeah. And then they, and that was this week that Brady walked in on them, right?
On Scooter and Hillary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because she dropped a bra.
Right.
How strange that Scooter sent a box of slutty clothing to the house. And Nicole was like, "Oh, I did. I had something delivered to the house. It's for the kids."
Yeah.
And Brady was like, "Cool."
I mean, it's daytime. And I did think it was. I'm gonna give a point to Days of Our Lives for having even the shortest of scene of Brady calling a babysitter, because I was like, how is he gonna leave that house with those two kids in there? So then they had the quick little scene of him like, "Hey, we met in the store. Can you run down here and babysit?" So I was like, okay, you didn't just let him leave and then not talk about the fact that he left his kids.
It was strange though when they tried to explain how Hillary ended up in bed with Scooter.
Yeah.
Because Scooter left and his car broke down, or said his car broke down.
Yeah, they both said, yeah.
Yeah. And then that moment they kind of let it fall where Hillary and Brady were talking. Mm-hmm. And Hillary ran away like she was going to go play detective.
Right.
And then Brady goes to the hotel and walks in. And then they ended up having to make it up in the back end of the show with Nicole being like, well, I bumped into Hillary. It didn't add up to me.
No, it was just kind of a little weird.
Yeah. So then they try and make it seem like since Scooter and Hillary had sex and it was passionate and intense with Hillary, now Scooter's going to be bribing Nicole to sleep with him. He's just going to let it go now that he had sex with Hillary.
Right.
Makes no sense.
It's just weird.
But
and like I was even thinking this week too, it's like, so the whole introduction of Hillary being a police officer amounted to a hill of beans too. You know, ultimately.
She should work for the Salem PD. Oh God, do you think that she's going to?
I mean, nothing's out of the question. And then correct me if I'm wrong, and I wrote it in my notes and I meant to go back and listen to it again. When Scooter came and apologized, did he say, or am I mistaken, that because Brady said something like, "Wireless now," and he said, "Because I'm scared of you"? Yes. Did he literally say that? And I was like, did he just say, "Because I'm scared"? Okay, Eric, this is not a statement on your manhood by any means, but come on, girl. I mean, like, it's not like he's been like, I don't know. It just seemed a little weird to me.
Brady tries to do that thing with Scooter where he intimidates him, or you know what I actually love? I love when Brady calls Scooter Scoot.
Scoot.
Come on, Scoot.
Scoot.
It's time to go, Scoot. Wrap it up.
And the other reason I think that I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if they continue on. I don't know where else it could go at this point with Hillary and Scooter.
Well, I mean, if you look at the scene that we were just talking about, where with Kate and Andre, where they came back from commercial and it was a completely different change of heart.
Right.
I wonder if
I guess you're right. That's entirely possible because it's daytime.
But if it is dead and they really have wrapped it up, what was the point of all of this? Just to cause chaos and fear for Nicole on the run?
I guess. But I guess we should also talk about the fact that while all this was going on, Eric was having dreams about Nicole, right? Didn't he have a dream about Nicole this week, or was that last week?
I think it was the
Beginning of the week. And then he called Chloe in to talk to her, which didn't go well.
Why would I want to talk to you?
Yeah. Don't get me started. But there
For those of you who were only listening, that was the best eye roll I've seen in a long time.
Well, it was Eric who told Chloe that she should reconsider. I feel like somebody else told Chloe.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me look through my notes, and if you guys know and you want to write it in the chat room, that would be fantastic, because you'll probably tell me quicker than I can find it. But I feel like she had that somebody else came along and said the same thing, like, you need to get
A grip.
Get a grip, and don't you want this child in your life, and you understand that you could change all this.
Holly is mine. I
if she says
carried
it one more
Holly.
time.
You wanted to carry Holly.
I know.
You wanted to carry Holly for your best friend Nicole.
And the fact that your main reason why you weren't giving her to her was that Maggie had the conversation with her. Thank you, Carolyn.
I love Maggie.
That it was because of Deimos, and clearly she is not with Deimos anymore, and she wants nothing to do with Deimos. She'd rather have her child. So all of your excuses are out the window. So whatever.
It's amazing to me that, and correct me if I'm wrong, audience, listeners, 0 people are on Deimos's side about anything. No one.
No one. At this point, I don't think there's anybody.
He has 0 allies.
No, not really.
He managed to burn every single bridge.
Burn
But the only one who will actually really talk to him like a human being is Victor.
Right, which is probably the one person who shouldn't, but
Right.
whatevs.
I don't know. And this was months ago, but I still can't believe that Maggie would speak to him after poisoning her.
Yeah,
Although Maggie is a forgiving person.
yeah.
Well, anything else with that storyline?
No, but I do have a new poll for this. Our poll. Oh well, the new poll is, and then I'll go pull up what we did last week.
Okay.
Is what will Brady and Nicole do next? Do you think they're going to stay on the run, or do you think they're going to be heading back to Salem? So I'll tweet that out now. And then last week, the poll for their storyline, I do believe. Well, do you think Nicole? What do you think Nicole Bridget will do next? Kill Scooter or sleep with Scooter? And 83% of people said they thought she would kill him. But boy, were we wrong. I should have included sleep with his wife. Who knew? Who knew?
Who knew?
Who knew? All right. So let's move on to the next.
To the fabulous last storyline.
Yes.
Which
Trip and the Trip
Patch
storyline.
and
Yeah.
I love Trip.
Yeah.
I think he's terrific. I think sometimes they get it right with casting, and oftentimes they do.
Lately, they've
Yeah.
been doing well.
I just can't see it being any other person portraying him.
Yeah.
Like he's got that Patch edge to him, which also James Lastovic has.
Yeah.
But I also think he's a little cuckoo bird, like Ava,
Right.
where Joey has the sweet, softer side, like Kayla.
Yeah.
Don't
I
you
would
think?
agree. Yeah, totally. Yep. I would agree with that. And then, I mean, basically, it was just more of the same of the.
Trip wants to accept the inheritance money.
Right, and
Patch is talking
he
him out
thinks
of it.
that his mother wasn't a bad person. He's going to move across the hall, which is okay by me because there's way too many people living in there.
Right.
And now he's going to take Jade. He's going to let Jade live with him there since Joey wants her out of the house.
So Trip's going to take Jade with him across the hall. So across the...
There's going to be a lot of Jade accidentally coming home when he's getting out of the shower moments, I think, in the next couple weeks.
Kind of like Theo.
That was an early prediction. Sorry.
Well, they planted that seed this week.
Yeah, when he got ready for bed.
Yeah.
Get ready for couch.
Did you see the photo? Oh, check out, for those of you who are listening, check out the Instagram page for DISHIN Days. And maybe Twitter too. I don't know if I tweeted it. Oh no, it was only Instagram. Yeah, at DISHIN Days. There's a nice photo Trip from this week's episode. I like him.
Yeah, I do too. I do too.
He's a bad boy for sure, which I feel like we don't have a bad boy in that group. In the younger generation, there's no bad boy.
Yeah, they're all kind of good, huh?
Yep.
I mean, what's his name was the bad boy, and now he's gone. I want to say Jonathan.
T?
I know it's not Jonathan.
Oh, Chase?
Chase, yes, thank you.
So Patch tries to talk him out of it. They meet for a beer, and Patch leaves and continues the party on his own, where he runs into, shouts at Roman, asking for another round.
Oh,
and
that's right.
Roman's
he got
like,
drunk.
Roman's like, I think you're overserved, but I'll talk to them.
You know, I thought when he was leaving Salem PD, like, okay, good. We're just going to put him on the back. No, now he's just like an obnoxious old bartender.
He's a crotchety old man.
I can relate. It's just whatever.
What else?
And that was where so I missed that part because he got arrested and then a half hour later he was out of jail. Kayla picked him up from prison.
Wasn't it supposed to be like...
You watched that half hour, I didn't. So he was in jail and
he
Kayla
was
came
in
and got
jail
him.
and I think they were going to let him stay overnight. And then she ended up... Because he went from being drunk to being hungover.
Right.
Quickly. And he
Doesn't
had
happen
he
when
had
you're that age. Just so you know. At least for me, it didn't.
he had a hangover. He had a headache, and did you happen to see that? Did you see that scene getting ready for Couch? The chat that he had with Joey.
Yes.
Okay. So
I saw him walking into the apartment when Kayla dropped him off. That's where it picked back up.
there was some. I think the fans are going to ruin me for this one. There was some sort of homoerotic undertone with their conversation.
With Joey
and Trip. Did you notice it at all?
I didn't.
It was weird. It was like Joey was offering him hangover remedies. He's like, you should have and it was just like really sweet.
Well, because he said, because my mom's a nurse.
Yeah.
Or a doctor.
He was like, but I felt like Trip was like, how do you know all those really smart things? I don't know.
I mean, I didn't see it, but you know, sometimes you see what you want to see.
He's like, if that couch is too uncomfortable, you can come and share the bed with me.
Brotherly love.
They're only half brothers. It doesn't count.
Carolyn said that Kayla and Trip had a good conversation. I didn't see it.
I love Kayla.
Yeah.
I would like to see Kayla, and I know again, but I would like to see Kayla. You know how fun she was when she was going toe to toe with Ava?
Yeah.
I like that. I like that she's always the helpful hand.
Yeah.
What?
Somebody thinks that Trip is Kayla and Steve's son. Like that's going to come out, maybe. I'm guessing that's what that is saying.
I don't remember her being pregnant again.
Yeah, I don't
But
know
it
how
is
that would
daytime.
happen. And I don't think it matters. I like that it's Ava's child.
Me too.
That's fine. Because then there's less people in town that he could be with if he ends up being a Brady.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we have to have humans that are not Bradys and Hortons.
Yep. And it's Trip. What's the last name?
Trip.
It begins with a D.
Trip Denton, right? Trip Denton. I think it's Denton. Yeah, and then they were in Friday. Thursday, I didn't take a look.
Are we going to see more of Angelo?
No, I don't think so.
They're just
I think
going to be talking about him?
Yeah, I don't think that's. I don't know.
Because I don't think Angelo was a character from the past, right? They're just. It's all like.
Oh, that I don't remember.
That we actually saw.
I don't think so. I don't think it was somebody that we used to see. But I did do so last week. I asked in our Twitter poll if you thought Jade would help or hurt Joey, and 83% of people think that she's going to end up hurting him.
I do too.
I mean, there was that, like I said, there was that moment last week where I was like, oh, maybe she is going to help him. I don't know. I'm still on the fence because I feel like there's still a possibility.
I think that after he bluntly told her they're never going to be anything, I think she might decide to take it out on him.
Yeah.
And spill his dirty little secret. Because in daytime, you can get away with it for as long as they want you to, but it will always catch up to you.
Right.
So
And then the new poll that I'm doing for this one, which I already sent out because I hit send on accident, was who do you prefer for Jade, Trip or Joey? Who do you prefer for Jade?
right now, Trip.
I don't know. I'm leaning towards Joey. I mean, I like that Trip is there and I like that he's involved, but I think ultimately I do like them together. And I like her. I don't dislike her.
I don't dislike her anymore. I didn't love her when she first came to town.
Yeah.
I do like her now, but I also think that Trip and Jade have better chemistry than Joey and Jade.
Okay.
And I feel like the chemistry is totally different, which is expected.
Daquan, you be nice.
What?
He says neither. Jade can go.
I just think that James Lastovic had much better chemistry, obviously.
They said Angelo is a character from the past, same guy.
Oh, wow.
Good.
God, our fans are so good, aren't they? Thank you.
Yeah, yes, we saw Angelo during Ava's original stint in 2008.
Wow.
Touche.
Who said that?
That was Tony Ann D. Francisco and AMK. Oh, it just went away and I can't get it back. AMK something.
Thank you, AMK.
AMK.
And Tony.
Hold on, it's not letting me scroll.
You said
now.
Tony, right?
No. Oh my God! Why can't I go through it now?
Well, thank you to whoever said it. And did you have anything else to contribute for that storyline?
No, not really.
No?
Not really. No.
Did you have a favorite storyline this week?
I did. Do you want me to tell you what it is?
Oh,
or
no, I
wait-
just wanted to see if you had one.
Or wait till we get to it and then be like, that was it.
Oh, okay. Oh, we haven't talked about it yet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So should we just move on in?
Yeah.
All right. Now we're on to... Oh, is this it?
No.
Oh,
You're going to do
really?
that each time.
No, but I actually... I put that at the top because I
Yeah.
feel like I could hear you squealing with excitement.
I was happy.
Yeah.
I was happy to see John and Marlene is what we were talking about since you guys can't see our notes. Yeah, John popped back into Salem finally and was just there for a day, heading back to work. But I'm assuming that means we're going to start seeing more of John Black.
Yeah, and I'm glad Drake is back. I'm glad. I
Yep,
mean, he's
I'm glad
seemingly
he's
okay.
well, and yep.
I had.
It was a cute scene.
I saw a tweet that kind of made me question what was going on with John and Marlena. Did you happen to see that? Someone tweeted out that it was a dream, that Marlena was dreaming that John was back.
Oh.
And so I was watching it, waiting for her to wake up because of reading that tweet beforehand.
Uh-huh.
And first of all, you know how I am about spoilers. I don't
Right.
like them. So when I saw it, I was waiting for her to just like open her eyes and him not really be there. But if we're seeing Drake, then he's obviously...
Yeah, and even if it is, even if it is a dream, he's obviously back.
Yeah.
So that will.
That's
end
a
up-
good sign.
Yeah, exactly.
But,
So I'm okay.
But I didn't get the feeling that wasn't a dream, correct?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
I would never have thought it was a dream except for that. But yeah, it was nice to see them back together. And I liked that Marlena kind of squealed with excitement, just like you, when she saw him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was cute. I was thinking like, how many times have we had John and Marlena be reunited and we still enjoy it?
Yeah.
So.
And I like when we had Deidre Hall on the show, she was like, it all depends on, because everyone says to her, we love you and Roman. And she's like, well, wait a minute.
Which Roman?
Was it Wayne?
Yeah.
Was it Josh? Or was it the brief moment in time when it was John was Roman?
Right. Right.
My favorite is the Deidre and Drake pair up.
Yeah.
Whether it's as Roman or John Black, Deidre and Drake are the best for me.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure.
Yep.
I mean, I wouldn't mind original Roman coming back, to be
Nope.
honest.
We haven't seen him in too long.
Yeah.
Has he retired? Do you know?
I don't know. I don't know what he does. I don't know
Fans,
what
if
he
you know
does.
what Wayne Northrup is up to, Wayne Northrup is married to Lynn Herring, who played Lucy Coe, and I think she still comes back and forth on General Hospital. She's fabulous. Uh-oh. I think we've got a guest.
Oh, we have a guest.
Uh-oh, here he is.
JLJ in the house.
Tell them.
I'm back, bitches.
How are you?
Here, grab a chair.
I like your shirts.
Thank you.
The birds.
Hi.
We're all
Little
kind of like
bluebirds.
wearing.
Yeah, and we're shades of blue.
Hi,
Hi, how are you?
Good.
You want to sit there? I don't know if that's on you. Is this one on you? Can
Yeah,
you-
it's on.
Oh, okay, good.
Perfect.
Grab
Look at
some
that.
headsets and join the chat.
Welcome back, JLJ.
Thank you. I wish I could be here on the show, but
Well, you are.
I had other stuff going on.
Oh, there he is. That booming voice.
It's me, but I can't hear anything.
Can you not?
Yeah, not yet. She has to.
Oh, or do I
No,
need to?
yeah, you have to turn it
There,
up.
there. I hear Alexis in one ear.
Hello.
Hi, Alexis
What
Torres.
number would he be on here?
Number 7.
Number 7.
Lucky number
Lucky
7.
I love it. I'll just turn my phone off.
1, 2, 3.
And for those of you who
I'll
are just
come in
tuning
and
in, we've got James Lott Jr. in the house.
They asked me to come on, and I couldn't make it earlier. I had a family thing, so I've been dealing with the dog and stuff this week.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
I can
Good.
hear you
All
guys.
good?
No, but it's we're taking it one day at a time.
Well, we're sending our love to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I know, like, Mark J. Freeman's a dog person, too, so it's hard.
Yeah.
With my Scrabble. But you guys have been really wonderful with me and my Scrabble, so. We're taking it day by day, but
Yes.
I told him he has lots of fans.
Oh yes.
Yes, he
oh
does.
yes.
He
Oh,
does,
yes.
I told him. So we're trying to take care of that.
Melissa Frank wants you to do a Look Who's Related.
Well, who do you want it on? I could do one like off the top of my head.
I know, right?
Can you give us a little look who's related in regards to Chad DiMera?
Well, yeah. Well, Chad DiMera came from Madeline, and the guy who played Joe Azuzu was the guy who came on the show and was played as his adopted father, but his father, of course, is Stefano.
Right.
Of course, he was with Mia in high school, and that whole thing with Sydney, that was his baby, and there was a whole switch with Sammy, and yeah, so I can do a little bit of that.
Billy was saying last week when he was here that he and Lauren Koslow joke around that Kate could possibly be his mother.
Yeah.
What do you think about
People
that?
have talked about that. I think they shouldn't do that. I like that they have a mother-son type relationship.
Yeah. I agree.
I love Jessica Tuck, who played Madeline. I love her. She's been on Judging Amy. She was also Megan on Why to Live. I mean, I love her. She's a great actress and a lot of stuff. No, I think she was fine as his mother. I think they should totally. She's Madeline Woods. That's Madeline Woods. No, I like the fact that they have a type. Kate has enough kids. She has like 20 kids.
Kate,
Already.
yeah.
Yes. Hello. She's
Yeah.
got 8 million kids. She remember
She's
giving
got-
birth to half of those, and these over
Yeah.
here. So no, I think them having the kind of the close relationship, because she was very much DiMera in that
Yeah.
family.
Right.
And I mean, I have close people who are like mothers to me and fathers to me. They're not my biological parents.
Right.
There's also a bit, and I don't want to say sexual chemistry between Lauren and Billy, but there's definitely a chemistry different than mother-son.
Yes.
That
Well,
they
it's
have.
Billy.
And Lauren, really, though, too.
Yes, and Lauren
yeah.
too. Lauren's hot. I love Lauren.
Yeah.
And which I think.
And Billy Mark. And Billy.
Putting that out
I
there.
just think no. I think that kind of adds a little bit to it. That there's a little flirtation probably in there. So probably unintentional maybe. Just
Yeah.
it's in there, and it is those two people. It is Billy Flynn and Lauren Koslow. Both are amazing.
Do you think at any point since Billy's been on the show with Lauren, though, that he's actually fed her a pizza roll?
Did you know
Yeah,
that
yeah,
Billy fed Mark a pizza roll last week?
Yeah, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
I'm just putting that out there. I'm just.
I had secondhand excitement for you watching it. I wasn't expecting it.
It's a GIF too. Did you see it on
Yes.
Twitter? Yeah, it's a GIF.
Actually, Matthew Evan Payne has had a really good week last week.
Oh my
full of
God!
stuff.
I was just going to say.
Yeah,
it.
you've had a really good week. So.
If
Yes.
James is referring to the interview that we had last week with
Pearson
Bold
Faudet.
and the Beautiful's Pearson Faudet, who is
You said beautiful, like bigger than bold. Didn't you?
Yeah.
The bold and beautiful.
well, he's bold and beautiful.
He is beautiful.
He is something special.
It's-
You have to tune into the interview. It was one of my top 3 interviews here at AfterBuzz TV.
Pearson. I said this. Pearson is like like Billy Flynn, where they get it.
That's exactly what I said. They get it.
There's like they get the fans or what they play into the stuff that we do. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like there's a genuine like he and I it's a genuine kind of friendship and admiration. We like each other's stuff, but like he gets it's all part of this, and the fans love it. And he's so nice, and Billy Flynn is so nice. They get it. They do good work, and they come on these shows to have a good time.
Yep.
And they both have a
John
good
Paul
time.
was the same way.
John Paul's the same way. I like when they get it.
Yeah.
And you fans out there get to watch it and see some fun stuff happen, and we get to experience it in person.
I was on. I'm not kidding you. I was on a cloud
Oh.
for like 48 hours.
He
after
said, I was the
left.
understanding boyfriend, and you're the boyfriend who was needy. That's what he said on camera.
jealous.
The jealous boyfriend. He said that on camera. This was kind of funny. But no, I love when actors, and we talked about the Emmys too and stuff, and that kind of afterwards.
You were talking about how when he was originally scheduled to come in, that something had happened
Yeah.
and whatever, and you were so understanding,
Yes.
and I was like, "Where
Where
are
are you?" Exactly. He was.
Tune into the interview. It was
It's really
it was
good.
fabulous. It was so much fun.
But just days later, was the reason I said Billy Flynn was like another person. When I got to meet him, I was like, when I met him in person, I'm like, wow, he really is good looking and fun and attentive
And nice.
and nice.
I'm so glad that you guys are finally up to speed with where I've been all along. Just saying.
I wonder if he blocks
Let's
you
pull
yet.
up that GIF.
Where are we on talking about Days of Our Lives right now?
We actually just started talking about the fact that Drake Hoganson is back on screen.
Finally, thank God, because it was off camera. He had some issues with his neck and stuff.
He
his health.
hurt himself when he rammed the door when he was trying to save the coffins that were on fire. When Marlena and Kayla were trapped and on fire, when he broke in that door.
There never needs to be another coffin unless someone's like really dead on Days of Our Lives.
Kate has 6 kids, according to.
Yes, she does.
Yeah.
Because she has the Gemini twins.
Well, there's Billy Reed,
Billy and Austin Reed.
Austin, Lucas, the aliens,
and Philip.
Alien number 1.
Yes.
And
Rex and
Alien
Cassie.
number 2.
Why are
And
you
who
calling
else?
them the aliens?
And Philip.
And-
Even though
I
Homegirl
love
had him.
Philip.
The Homegirl had him.
Yeah.
Vivian.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Wait,
Six, yes,
why are
yes.
you calling them the aliens?
Because they were aliens.
They were Gemini twins. They were in that
They
cocoon
came
egg.
down from a pod.
Yeah.
You don't. You
No,
didn't see
I
that?
actually don't think I
Oh,
was
you remember
watching
that?
at that time.
Eric Winter and Cassie Thorpe played the twins.
Yeah.
Eric Winter's gone to many other things, like a J-Lo video and stuff, he's done other things, but they were the Gemini twins. And we know who they were
And
first.
they're Roman and Kate's kids.
The Roman Case kids. But Marlena was the one who I think gave birth to them. They thought it was Marlena and Tony's for a while.
Oh,
That was the
yeah,
whole
yeah.
thing.
God.
It was a whole storyline. Actually, I kind of liked it. James E. Riley working out. May he rest in
James E.
peace.
Riley can do no wrong.
May he rest in peace, I know.
Wasn't James like the writer? Like he was.
Yeah,
like,
no, he
he
wrote
had some
it.
of the best storylines on that show.
Then he went on to Passions, created Passions,
Yeah.
and continued it. So,
Yeah.
yeah. James E. Riley was the bomb.
Yeah, Passions was actually a spin-off of the Marlena being possessed
Yeah.
by the devil storyline because it did so well. They said, let's create a soap opera with like this supernatural thing behind it, and that's
right.
how Passions started.
Yeah.
Eric Martov was on Passions,
Yes, he
correct?
was.
Yes,
Ethan.
and we talked to him
Yes.
the first time he was on. That's how we found that out, actually.
Yeah.
And he said it was the best job he ever had.
Yeah, he did say that. He said he loved it.
Love him.
Oh, Eric Martell's the bomb. We know, we all love Eric. of
He
course.
da bomb.
He the
He had the
bomb.
bomb.
But Jake Hoganson being back on the show just feels right.
I mean, that's what we were just saying.
Isn't that funny?
He's
It is-
wonderful.
it just-
I said
feels
that.
right.
I said every time we've had how many John and Marlena reunions,
Yeah.
and it's each time it's still
it
It
feels
still
good.
works.
Yeah.
It still works.
Yeah.
It still works.
Yeah.
And that Drake's just like the nicest person on earth off camera.
Yeah.
I had a chance to interview him.
now
It's
you're
just like-
Passions was the best. That's a little far fetched.
Oh, well, that-
I'll let you
Passions
have your
okay.
opinion.
Passions
I'll let you have your
okay.
opinion, but I don't know that that's I agree
Santa
with
Barbara.
that statement.
But it's
Thank
fine. But
you.
Passions was good.
Nothing will ever be like Santa Barbara.
No, it won't.
Ever.
Did you enjoy The City?
I watched a little bit of it.
Was that Debbie Morgan?
That was Dave Morgan, Laura Wright, who's on right now, and also Jane Elliott, who went on there as Tracy Quartermain. They killed everybody off of Loving and made it to City. And so it was a minute. On
Ryan's
ABC.
Hope. I remember my sister
Ryan's
watched
Hope,
watched
yes.
Ryan's Hope. I don't remember that. I was too young. But
Let's fly through the rest of the tidbits
Oh, okay.
before we run out of time.
Okay.
A storyline that it's dead in the water to me is Paul and Sonny.
yeah, just more. I love you. Be careful.
It's
I
a
love you, be
mixture
careful.
of that and business, and I can't.
I
I'm
did
finding it
like
difficult
I
to
did
pair.
like the Sonny and Chad scenes though.
They're always perfect.
Yeah, they're always better.
But it's Billy Flynn, so what do you expect?
That's pretty much it. I don't know. Nothing
we-
special happened except they want to take down Deimos.
Right.
They're trying to
Which
find-
they've been talking about for
They're
2
like,
weeks.
where is Deimos from? It was like the most ridiculous, and they were like, I think Sonny was like, Greece.
Greece. Yeah.
And Paul was like, how did I not know that?
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, the brain trust.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jade, Kayla,
Right.
Joey with the pills.
We had already talked about
Yep.
that. Jade. And then that Jade tells Claire that she needs to do a sex tape.
Yeah, because Claire's social media following plummeted this week, evidently.
Can I just tell you guys, I hate that storyline.
Yeah.
I hate the direction. Olivia Rose Keegan, I think her name is
Yeah.
in real life, deserves much better. I am not happy.
She did have a really funny comment Claire did this week that I actually tweeted, and she replied back about. She was like, "Oh my God, Wyatt, you're Sierra's new bae." Just the way she did it, like
Yeah.
she went over and she shook his hand. She's like, "This is my boyfriend Theo," and Olivia wrote back and she was like, "Claire, always up on that lingo."
Yeah.
Because she knows. Yeah, she knows. nuts.
Yes, it's. I'm not. I'm like, woo.
Yep. She's doing it though.
Well, I think
Yeah.
that'll be. I mean, if that ends up happening, that's obviously going to be the end of
Theo and Claire.
Yeah.
So.
I think Theo.
I
will-
say then do it.
I think Theo will hit the roof.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, they need to bring Belle and Shondi back
Right.
to punish Claire.
Crack the whip.
Martha Madison.
Yep.
Love her.
Yeah.
Girl.
And then we saw more of Sierra and Wyatt. Nothing really
No,
profound.
but I want to know. I want to know what's going on.
Well, I have a prediction for this, but I'll do it at
Predictions?
So
Okay.
get the predictions button ready this week, Alexis, because I've got one.
And you can tell that Theo is jealous of
Oh,
Sierra
completely.
talking to
Like
Wyatt.
he walked out of the room. He's like, "Yeah, gotta go."
I do. I agree with Tony more when Tony says that he loves Kyler's delivery because he comes back and Claire's like, "What's the matter?" And he's like, "Nothing." Like it's
Yeah.
stone cold one answer.
Yeah, yeah.
He's great.
We talked already about a little bit about the Kate and Andre situation that she threw the. It was
Martini
a
in
fake
his face
fight.
and then slapped his face.
But then
which-
they came back from commercial and they were like, "Girl, that was funny. You
Yeah.
need a new drink."
Yeah, I didn't mean to hit you so hard.
Yeah. We talked already too about Chloe and Eric.
Yep,
He's trying to convince her to come back, or to let.
She was like, "Why do you think I'd want to talk to you, murderer?" Like
Yeah.
it was.
I'm like, okay, Chloe, girl, hot, hot.
Totally. Yeah.
Here's some hot news. Patricia Darbo will be returning as Nancy in June.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Because well, she's contracted with Bold and Beautiful, but she's killing it over there. Trust me, Cheryl.
Killing
Killing
it,
it.
yeah.
But she's filming scenes in January, so she'll.
Oh, okay.
6 months.
And
Yeah,
then
Well-
you asked earlier my favorite part of the week.
Oh.
I actually was digging the
Yes.
Gabby, Eli, Julie storyline. I
Well,
was
no,
invested.
I think it's fine.
I think Julie. I love that Gabby is like putting her in her place. I'm like, thank you for just not being like, oh, we have to be nice because it's Julie. No, Gabby's like, I ain't having it. You lied. You're setting me up.
Yeah.
Bleep you.
Did you see the line this it was the line of the show this week was when Julie tried to tell
I will tell you what the line
Oh.
of the show
Oh
was
my
this
God.
week.
Was it
But
something
you
Billy
can go
said?
ahead and give your opinion.
Julie
For the record.
Julie
Shady
tried
Sunday.
to
Oh, that's
tell
gonna be my new segment. For the record.
For the record.
that'll be a good one, I'm sure.
So that'll be my fifth segment now. For the record. For the record.
Oh my God.
I like
And that's
he's
gonna
writing
go
it
up
down.
there
Yeah.
with what's my other one? You go, girl.
Go, girl.
You go, girl. And then fan of the week
And quote of
and
the week.
quote of the week.
So
I
how
have
many is
four.
that? That's 4.
I'm at
so
4
not
now.
5. So don't lie to the fans, really.
All right. Well, I'll have a fifth by the end of this show.
So Julie tries to tell Gabby off and then walk away from her.
Yeah.
And Gabby said to her, what would Alice Horton think of the way that you're treating me?
Oh, yeah. Stopped in her
Oh
tracks.
my God, I did too, though.
You stopped too.
We're gonna get an explicit rating right about now, but
Yeah.
when she said it, I went, oh shit,
Shit,
yeah.
yeah.
Couldn't believe it.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I
So good.
and I liked how. Oh, I actually wrote it down. I think when
Alice hasn't been mentioned in way too long.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
when Sonny was talking to Eli in the hospital. And just so you know, Days, I don't need a lame excuse why he's there. He can just be in the
Yeah,
hospital.
he's in the
Like
Hey,
I
my
hate
loves,
when
I
yeah.
don't mean to interrupt, at least for James, because I love him being on the show, but I think you have a guest who's here for GH.
Oh yeah,
Who just arrived.
Oh, and nobody's out there. I guess I have to go out there, you
Yeah.
guys. Okay, guys. Yeah, none of my co-hosts are here because they're lame, so I have to go out there and greet my guest, my wonderful guest.
It was so fun having
Thank
you.
you for joining us.
I just want to tell you guys the announcements. All you Days fans, King Corday wrote a book called Ladies on the Lake, and actually it's a series coming out on Amazon May
Yep.
15th. I will be interviewing the whole cast and the creators, Kyle Lauder, who played
Oh,
the
nice.
first Brady, and Michael Caruso, and I'll be talking to Martha Madison, Lily Magar, Marie Wilson, oh my God, and 2 others. But look on my Twitter page and stuff. I'll let you know what's going on. But I'll be sitting down with all of them and talking to them.
Oh, perfect.
It'll be a
It's
good
gonna
one.
be a good
Yeah,
interview.
the previews.
Yeah, it's good.
Juicy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna be good.
Yeah.
So I'll be talking to all of them. So some of your day stars will be with me talking to me.
Glad you
And
came
they're
in.
there. Thank you guys. Love you
Thank
guys.
you, James. We'll see you soon.
Hi guys.
Go get your gas, girl. Go get a girl. The scene with Sonny and Eli when he comes in the hospital and he says to Eli that Gabby is worth the trouble she causes, and explained Gabby's side of the Nick and JJ situations,
was
which I
so
appreciated.
needed, yeah.
I appreciate that. And then Eli kind of apologized. It ended with him saying to her, "I need to apologize to you," when you
Yep.
didn't really see much more of that.
Because Julie's been a troublemaker in her day.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, so she's living up to what she used to be, and I love that Doug kind of called her out on everything.
yep,
too.
I like that when when Gabby and Julie were going at it in the hospital room, he was like, "Well, I'm gonna step outside. You behave yourself."
Yeah.
And I like how he went in for the kiss, and she looked at him like, "You're leaving." And
Yeah.
he gave her a kiss, and he walked out. I thought it was perfect.
Yeah.
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 Um,
That was probably, and then we already talked about Eric and Abigail too.
oh, but that was one scene. Like, there's also chemistry with them.
Yeah. Well, I said that too a while back because I was like, can they be a couple? Although he's with her mother right now, so that might be a little weird.
But that would be a good storyline.
But that stays.
But have we seen Greg Vaughn and Marcy Miller have a scene together, or was this their first one?
I think it might have been their first.
I think so too.
Let me switch over the
If
chat
we're
room so
wrong,
we can
please let us
see.
know. But I love the chemistry between them because I thought it kind of made me sit up and take notice. There's so many possibilities of where these people could end up, whether it's Abigail and Dario or Abigail and Eric.
Yeah.
And then the whole Chad, Abby, Gabby,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
A lot of different webs.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that's pretty much it for.
That was the week. That was the week.
And that was it.
That was that.
And that was it.
Um,
And then segments.
which one do you want me to start with? Which of my 5?
Start with for the record.
For the record.
Oh yeah, what was your favorite quote?
Quote of the week.
Oh, we're gonna do that now.
No, you said. Oh, was that what you're?
That's
oh,
what I
that's
was
right.
referring
Gotcha.
to.
Got it.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to. But no, we'll go in order. We'll let you do yours
All right.
first.
I don't have a photo this week because it didn't really call for one.
Okay.
But this week's disaster moment of the week goes to Jade. When Joey was breaking up with her, and Jade turned around and she was like, "You're just like my father," and she stormed out of the apartment. I
Uh-huh.
thought, how dare you? He's nothing like your father.
Yeah.
He's been nothing but kind to you. He's treated you with dignity and respect the entire time you've known each other.
Yeah.
And he tried to break it off with you nicely the first time, and I thought he was still nice when he broke up with her this week. He was just more firm. I don't
Yeah.
think he was disrespectful in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
And for her to compare him to this
sad.
emotionally abusive
Yeah.
bully of a man, I think hit below the belt. And for that, that is Matthew's disaster moment of the week.
Um.
And next up we have
Now there it is.
Quote of the week.
All right. So my quote of the week.
Does it go to me?
Happened.
Was
on,
it something funny I said?
No. Actually happened on Monday, and I love when it happens on Monday because then I can like just watch and relax. Was
I know that feeling. You know when it's Friday and you're like, oh my God, I hope
am I gonna
something
get
happens.
something? Yeah. That's when I go to the Twitter where the people suggest quotes of the week that I don't usually
like,
read,
"Damn it!"
and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll use that one. But this week is actually going to go to Melissa Reeves, Miss
Ooh.
Jen Horton, Jennifer Devereaux, when she was talking to, after Chloe left and she came in the room and she was talking to Eric and she. I think you just gave Chloe
I knew that was it.
a really big dose of reality, and Chloe really don't have very strong. Chloe and reality don't really have a very strong relationship.
I need to actually start writing them down and putting them in an envelope before the show.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah. So that was my quote of the week.
I want them to utilize Jennifer.
Mark's quote of the week.
Thanks.
I just want to see Jennifer have more to offer than being a sounding board.
Yeah. Well, I agree with the people. I was okay with the relationship because of the past and that they were kind of both going through the same thing. So I kind of got it. But now, like, I was thinking that too. I was like, I kind of dig him with Abby more than I dig him with Jennifer.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. And now my fan of the week is, I don't think I've given it to this person before because I do believe this is a new review on iTunes. The title of this review is Pizza Rolls and Heartbreak. 5 stars from Scarlett MD.
That's the title of my autobiography, actually.
Scarlett MD?
No. Pizza rolls and heartbreak.
Heartbreak. It says, love Matt and Mark and their Billy Flynn obsession. I don't know why Matt's name was included in that, but whatever. The guys are insightful and have great features like the 3 snaps. Your show makes even the blandest weeks fun. Thanks for bringing me back to Days of Our Lives. So that was very sweet.
I love that. Who
yeah.
is that?
That's Scarlet MD.
Scarlet MD.
By Scarlet MD.
Thank you, Scarlet.
So you are our fan of the week.
Love it.
Yeah.
That's great.
And now I'll do my For the Record, and then I'll do my You Go Girl.
You do that.
Yeah.
While you're doing that,
I'm going to go in the corner and do it.
let's just blow through news and gossip, and then we'll take a couple calls if we have
Okay.
time.
And I have a prediction, too.
Okay.
AfterBuzz TV News.
All right. This is for you, Daquan. All right. Now shut your mouth. Alison Sweeney will
Yes.
be returning to Days of Our Lives for, it looked like 2 months, May and June. I read an article saying that they had been wanting to try to get her back on, and she just was so busy. And then with her injury, she didn't know how she was going to do it, but she cleared a block of time to come back and shoot some Days of Our Lives. So she'll be shooting May, June. So we should see her on screen next May and June. At the way things are going.
Her Instagram and Twitter little video of her announcing it, which we also reposted on our Instagram account, is exciting. She looks really genuinely happy to be coming back, and
Yeah.
I know the fans are dying.
Yeah.
So it'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
And then this Sunday is the 44th.
A week from today,
Yes,
yeah.
a week from today is the 44th annual Daytime Emmy Awards, which will be hosted by Mario Lopez and Cheryl Underwood. It will be Sunday, April 30th, and can be seen on Facebook Live and Twitter Periscope Producer, beginning at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Days of Our Lives Emmy nominees this year include Billy Flynn.
Billy Flynn!
Say it again. Go for
Billy
it.
Flynn!
Kate Manzi, John Aniston, Vincent Irizarry, James Lastovic, and James Reynolds. We are excited to see who wins, and best of luck to all the nominees. And with that being said, we will not be here next Sunday. There is no show next Sunday, April 30th.
And should we tell them our bad news as well? I mean, now that I brought it up.
Unless there's a twist of fate.
Unless there's a twist of fate, which I don't know how that's going to happen. We just found out that we will not be on the red carpet
No.
for the Daytime Emmys, you and me.
No,
We got the rug pulled out from underneath us.
I'm going to jump over the red velvet rope, though.
And he's going to go cause a scene.
Yeah.
So
tune in for
that
that
was a little disappointing
on
to
Facebook
find out.
Live and Twitter Periscope.
Yeah. So sorry, guys, we're not going to have videos. I mean, I'm sure there'll be other fantastic interviews. Not really. But and I guess my meeting Gina is still going to be postponed.
I'm still planning on going to the actual event. So hopefully I'll be tweeting or Instagramming.
Periscope or something.
Yeah.
Illegally.
Yeah. I'm going to bring my stepladder
Yeah.
and take photos of the red carpet and all the nominees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Alexis, I do have a prediction today. Fancy that. I even jotted it down so I wouldn't forget.
And now,
'Cause I'm always like-
your AfterBuzz TV.
I'm always like, I'm going to do that as a prediction. And then I get here and I'm like, I don't remember what that was.
What was it?
But my prediction actually has to do with Wyatt and Sierra.
Okay.
I think I know who he was talking to on the phone.
Who?
I think it's Claire.
Really?
I think Claire set that up to keep her away from Theo. Because remember, she saw the note. It just clicked in my head because she was so happy. Like, she kept going, oh, Wyatt.
Isn't he great?
Like, she
Oh.
just kept playing it, and that's kind of what set me off, where I was like, oh, girl.
She's a little too comfortable.
You're up to this. You're up to this.
She's trying
That's
to
my
keep
prediction.
Sierra away from Theo.
Yeah, that's my prediction.
Which is actually causing Theo to be jealous.
Right.
Oh.
That's my prediction.
Didn't even cross my mind.
Yeah.
Well,
So I was proud of myself.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
That was very good. And Alexis, do we have time for a few calls?
Maybe.
Maybe not?
Maybe.
All right.
Not. I don't know if it's is she in there? She may be running to get pizza rolls.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Any other thoughts on this week's Days of Our Lives?
No.
No?
No, I think we covered it all.
Yeah.
I mean, I can look through my notes again.
Do you think
but
they're going to bring the elephant back?
I swear to God. Right, yeah, with making Dr. Dan come back from the grave.
So that's a no.
Don't even get me started.
I'm surprised that you were the one to bring him up. Alexis, can you hear me?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. What's
No,
up?
no problem. Do we have time for a few calls?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And again, one more time, that phone
Of
number
course.
is 424-253-0749, 424-253-0749.
No, I don't have any new.
Let us know what you think. Oh, we've already got a caller. Hello, caller, and welcome to DISHIN Days. You are on with Mark and Matthew.
Hi, Matt. Hi, Mark. It's Lonnie.
Hi, Marnie.
Hi, Lonnie.
Hi. I have a question about scenes this week on Days.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not Claire that's talking to
Wyatt. Oh, are you there?
Did we lose her?
Lonnie, can you hear us? We can't hear you.
I
Oh, you're cutting in and out.
Oh, I think we lost her.
Okay.
Oh, Lonnie, sorry, girl.
If she calls back, I'll answer.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, we'll get this next caller.
All right. Hi, caller. Welcome to DISHIN Days. You're on with Mark and Matthew.
Hi, gals. How are y'all doing tonight?
Good.
Hey, how are you?
Someone who knows how to talk to us.
That's right. This is Lisa from Georgia.
Hi, Lisa.
Hey, how are you? I had a prediction to share with Mark.
Oh, okay.
If you don't mind me sharing your prediction.
Will you share it
Absolutely.
with me, too, as I'm sitting right next to him?
That's right. Yeah, give him that. Yep. Anyways, I believe that Abby is going to predict that Kate. She will figure out that Kate's money is missing. I believe she's going to be the one that's finding out about that.
Oh, you think Abby's going to find out about the Countess Wilhelmina money?
And it'll cause problems between her and Jordy.
Ah, okay. I can see that. I think that's a good prediction.
Yep.
I don't think that's too far-fetched.
Yes, I've been listening to Mark there.
Exactly.
And then also, since Allison's coming back, we need you to do a hashtag to bring in Will back.
Bring back Will. Oh,
it
I
would be
know.
so nice to see Will
Oh,
again.
that would be nice.
Yes.
Do you think Will is done?
I don't know.
I hope not.
I don't know. We'll see what Ron has in store.
Well,
right.
thank you
Just-
for your
yeah,
call,
keep-
Lisa.
Thank you, and y'all have a great week.
You too.
And,
Thank you.
Don't give up on the red carpet. You'll
Oh,
get to be
thank
seen
you.
on one day.
Thank
I'm not
you so
planning on
much.
it.
I appreciate that,
And,
Lisa.
and you're welcome. And Matthew, I like your shirt.
Oh, thank you.
All
Bye,
right,
Lisa.
y'all have a good week.
Thank
too.
you,
Bye.
too.
You're good. Bye-bye.
And I think we've got another one. Hi, caller. You're on with Mark and Matthew.
Oh, I think we lost it.
Oh, and
it's gone. I think it's gone.
Sorry, guys. There's
No,
probably
that's
one more
okay.
that'll come through.
That's okay.
Because we have about, 5 minutes.
Oh.
So.
Now is your chance.
now it's-
All those
it's
people
the
that say
time.
I call
Oh,
and call and
and
I
look
can't
at
get
that.
through. Maybe it's Daquan.
hello, caller. Welcome to DISHIN Days. You're on. You're on with Mork and Mindy.
Mork and Mindy. I'm Mindy, by the way.
Hello.
Hey everybody, it's Jamel calling from
Hi,
Brooklyn.
Jamel.
Hey, Jamel.
Oh, I feel so lucky. I called in 2 weeks in a row.
I know.
How are
Think
ya?
how lucky we are.
Oh, thank you. sweetheart. Thank you.
What did you think?
But you know what? I have to agree. First off, I want to say that you had me rolling tonight. You really, I have to give it to you because you try to make Days Are Alive into Flowers in the Attic. Have Tripp and Joey make be lovely or something. Okay. Oh, I loved it. I said, wait a minute. He tried to make them into Flowers in the Attic.
I want you to go back and watch that scene and tell me you didn't think there was a little something going on.
Oh, you know what? I didn't see it. I didn't see it. I mean, I thought it was like a touching scene. I guess I just brought it into the thing. But I mean, you brought it to my mind. Now I'm gonna look
Yeah.
at them differently.
Yeah,
Now I look
he
at
was
them
like,
wait a
you
minute,
were
what they
so
doing?
smart. How did you know about Advil and club soda? And he's like, well, my mom's a doctor. Mwah.
Oh wow! I didn't see. But you know what I will say too that whole group with them, Tripp and Joey and the mom and the dad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I loved them since they was on General Hospital and they played Stephon and Catherine.
Yep.
They just done fantastic work. I think they're really doing good work. I mean, I think like with Mark, because I love your rants. I don't think that the writing is the best. Well, I do.
Yeah.
You don't have to, but I don't think the writing is the best. But I think that what the actors are doing, they are so committed. They are
Yep.
very
Yeah.
committed to it. And I'm buying it. I'm really buying into the fantasy of what they're doing and trying to build a family. I think that they're doing fantastic acting. I really do.
Yeah. No, I'm right
Yeah,
there with
so
you.
that- Yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I think that I'm so focused straight on them. I mean, everybody, like I said last week, I'm more invested, these past couple of weeks with all the characters than I was before because yeah, I don't know, just the way the tone has changed or something. I'm more invested with them, but I'm really focused straight on those 4 people because I don't know why. I just love what they're just very committed. I just would say they're very committed to the story.
Well, Jamel, I'm so glad you called in.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. We'll talk to you soon. Call in next week. Oh, or the week after. We won't be here.
Yeah, we won't be
week.
here next week.
Don't call in
you
next
can call,
week. Yeah,
but
Well, whenever I can get through, I'll try to.
Okay.
Thank you, Jamal.
Thanks, Jamel.
Thank you.
Bye bye. And do we have time for one more?
Last one.
Last one.
All righty, one more.
Hello, caller. Welcome to DISHIN Days. You're on with Mork and Mindy.
Hey, it's Christy from Leaves on Radio.
Christy!
How's it going?
Hey, I'm glad I got through.
Yay!
What did you think of this
It's
week?
been way too long, Christy.
I know, right? I can't help it. I just got out of work and I ended up listening to the tail end of the show. So, who did you give your You Go Girl award to?
I didn't really. I always just say I'm going to do it.
It probably would have gone to Gabby for telling Julie off.
Yeah, I would probably give it to Gabby.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah,
That's
probably.
who I would give it to.
If I had to.
Yeah.
Because I don't officially give that award.
Yeah.
That's just more
I
my,
know.
you know,
Tony isn't there, I feel like.
my little, yeah.
I can hear the excitement in Tony's voice, though, being like, and then she said Alice Horton. I was like, oh, bitch! Right?
Totally.
Yeah, is Tony coming back soon?
Yeah, I think he'll be back in May. I do believe. So he's in Charlotte this weekend, and then next weekend
For the
we're
fan
all
event.
away. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, we're now away doing things we didn't think we were going to be doing. We're not going to be here, needless to say. Maybe I'll periscope from my backyard or something.
I'm so bummed out. You guys aren't going to be at the daytime Emmy.
I know.
Oh, no.
Well, Matthew will
I'll be there. I'll be there.
He just may be being held back by
Not on the
security.
red carpet, I mean.
Who knows? I'm hoping for a change of heart, or it's not even a change of heart. I'm just hoping for a turn of events, rather.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yep. You never know.
Did you have a question, Christy, or comment about this week?
No, my comment was just, you go girl for Gabby. So I'm calling.
Your team and your
say that
team.
and say hi.
Your team, Chad and Gabby, right, Christy?
Yes,
Yeah.
I am Chad and Gabby, and
Yeah.
I will probably hold out to
Yeah.
the end of days. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Yeah, the fan awards are fierce about that.
I
right
know.
now, but-
Yeah, we talked a little bit about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty intense.
Fierce was the word I
It's
used
pretty-
too, and then Mark said ferocious, and I actually agree with Mark.
I think it's ferocious.
It's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting pretty ferocious out there, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
It's not like, it doesn't need to get personal, honestly. It's like,
Right.
okay, like, let's agree to disagree.
Yeah. There were some harsh comments on Twitter that I noticed, and it was like, okay, guys, let's dial it back
it's
for
a
a second.
storyline.
Yeah, it's a storyline. There are fictional characters. Let's, I get it. You're passionate, but let's not hurt each other's feelings about it.
Right.
So,
yeah. Exactly.
Because we're all entitled to our opinions.
Yeah, and mine is always right.
That's right. Well, thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you, Christy.
You're welcome.
And we will talk to you soon.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, everybody, thank you so much. It was a fabulous week here at the DISHIN Days studio.
How many times has Billy texted you since he left?
A few, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
2 or 3?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. He not only
No, he
he
hasn't.
not only sends me text messages, he also sends me DMs on Instagram and Twitter. Speaking of which, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Matthew E. Paine, and my lovely, lovely co-host. Where can they find you?
You can find me on Billy's front porch, waiting for him to get home.
Speaking of security, I'll be arrested at the Emmy Awards, and you'll be arrested at Billy Flynn's
I'll be like,
residence.
"Psst, Billy, over here. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Lorraine Love, LORAYNELOVE. And if you stick around for 30 minutes, I'll be in that studio over there doing the RuPaul's Drag Race recap and a little tidbit of information. I don't know if you even know this. So next Sunday, a lot of my co-hosts for that show couldn't do the show either, so we pushed our show to Monday, our recap for Drag Race.
Okay.
So Lorraine Love will be making an appearance next week on the RuPaul's Drag Race recap.
Next Monday?
Next Monday.
Okay.
May 1st.
And we will be back with an all-new episode of DISHIN Days on Sunday, May 7th.
May 7th?
Yes.
Okay, is that our next one back?
That's our next one
Okay.
back.
I hope I don't get
If
sick.
it changes, we'll let you know, but I think we're planning on
Or
the
if I'm
7th.
not incarcerated.
if we're not incarcerated. No, oh, funny running into you here.
Funny. That's interesting.
We're both behind
So
bars.
we're just gonna be periscoping from our jail cell 3.
I love your orange jumper.
Like they really do just wear denim in jail. All right, that's it.
That's it. We
We're
will
done.
see you all soon. Thank you very much, and have a nice week, everybody.
Peace out.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.